Welcome back to the British Open from Rowra. This time it's Junior Max, and we've got Jack Bartholomew and Jake Walker on the front row of the grid, along with Guan Yu Zhou and Nathan Aston on row 2. Row 3, Ben Hinchley and Josh Price. Several drivers could make a move. Tom Harvey in P10, Luke Knott in P11 could be a threat as well. And there's going to be plenty of wheel-to-wheel action in this one. Away we go, and a very nice chop there from the poleman Bartholomew to lead into the first chicane. Several drivers getting crossed up. There's a bit of a spin in the mid-pack, and several drivers going round. Oh, we've got someone spinning in the mid-pack as well. And that's a nose cone off one of the karts in the field, so we'll have a look at that to see telltale signs of one of the victims of that one. And at the very back of the field, who's that's got out of the kart? I think it might be William Shaw in the 35 who's out of that one, pulled off to the side. I think the nose cone may have come from Alana Taylor in the 34, so both of them could well be out of this one already. Back at the front, Bartholomew in the 89 still leading. Second place, I'm trying to see, is that the 33? Yes, it's Guan Yu Zhou who's come up.
And Guan Yu Zhou, I can tell you, Jake, if any of the viewers fancy a little bet on the first Chinese driver to be in Formula One, I can tell you that Guan Yu Zhou has got a massive amount of support from the Chinese Karting Federation. They moved him to the UK 2 years ago to Sheffield to be close to Strawberry Racing. He's lived in Sheffield with his mother. His father still lives out in China, and I'm told reliably from a source he has enough backing to get him all the way to Formula One.
Well, at this moment, he's down from second place to fourth. It looks like Hinchley's got through, and so too is Nathan Aston in the 79. So today, Chinese Joe, as he's known by his mates in the paddock, might have to pull his finger out here and do a bit of hard work, because now he's chasing down Aston. I believe that is in the 70. No, it's not. It's the 83 of Jake Walker. So Aston is out of that top 4 bunch, and Hinchley is the real mover here, up from 5th position on the grid. Ironic considering he is the 5 plate, up to 2nd place. 24 is Josh Price in 5th position. Trying to see where Aston's gone. He's really fallen out of this top 5. So he could well be right in the bottom end of the top 10 here.
I think he went through the right-hander at St John's in about 7th or 8th place, Nathan Aston, and he's well behind, so plenty of work to do as he come through the chicane one more time, down to McRae's. 83 kart there, Jake Walker, trying to create his own little bit of history here. He's won this British Open title in Junior TKM for the last 2 seasons. He was the youngest ever to win it at 13 years of age in Junior TKM in 2011. Won it again last year in Junior TKM in 2012, trying to create some history and win it 3 times in a row. The only person to have won it 3 times in a row, of course, Phil Smith, who we'll see later on in KGP. Contact at the bottom of the circuit, 15 kart gets a bit of a shove, no damage done, still all running line astern.
Yeah, that was the 15 of Luke Knott, getting a bit of a shove there from Jay Nijjar in the 52, who's making his way up quite nicely here through the first few laps. A nice move on the inside there. That's the 12 who got a very nice move up the inside there. That's Tom Harvey. That was the same place that Jack Constable made the move a little bit further earlier on into the race as well. So some good moves through the field in the early stages, but it's still Bartholomew in the 89 who leads it from Ben Hinchley. Then we have Jake Walker in the 83 and Chinese Joe, Guan Yu Zhou, who is there in 4th position. A lot of battling through the field here, a lot of drivers running a bit wide. Who's that's gone wide? That's the 52, I do believe. Going wide there of Jay Nijjar. Once again, a bit of a contact there on the inside of the 72, or is that the 22? Sorry, it is the 22 of Oliver Pidgley, who's battling it out there with Nathan Aston in the 79. So some great battling there for the positions just outside the top 5. There's the 46 going through of Brett Ward. And then comes this long train of karts having a great battle out there on the circuit. Plenty of drivers still with a point to prove in this race. We head to the front of this train, and that is the 52 we were speaking about just a moment ago. Pushing very hard now. Jay Nijjar trying to get himself into the top 6, and he's doing a pretty handsome job of it at the moment. Pushing his way forward, leading a nice train of karts. And through the chicane they go, up to McRae's. This is where you've got to start building a rhythm. You can't just banzai into corner by corner. You've got to create a nice rhythm. That's a nice move, but it's already been negated by the undercut there. Some great reel-to-wheel action. That is the 79, I think, of Aston, recovering a position on one of the Alonso karts in this race, I do believe. That very distinctive blue, red and yellow, the Oviedo colours of the Alonso kart. Back at the front, no change it seems. And those four pulling nicely away from the rest of the pack. Now, who is that man battling it out? It is the 21, I do believe, of Archie Tillett, who's come a long way up. So very nice driving there from Tillett. We'll look back. Somebody's off in the background as well. Can't quite see who that is. Trying to figure out who these karts are from a long distance is like trying to pick a needle out of a haystack. You just can't. You've got to hope you've got the name right. So out of McRae's. And Bartholomew still keeping a nice distance from Ben Hingley in the 5. Both drivers looking for a British Open Championship, and both men really do deserve it, Alan.
Yeah, Ben Hingley, the top seed in this class this season, 5th in last year's Super 1 British Championships, and hoping to go 4 places better this year. He struggled a little bit at Wigan. You remember, Jake, he was in 2nd place when he started defending, and we weren't keen on that, were we? I certainly wasn't anyway, but defending early on in a race when you're leading to try and maintain a position is one thing, but defending when you're in 2nd place early on in a race is pretty much handing the race to the guy out front, as in fact happened that day. It was his teammate, Chinese Joe, that took the win, but Joe's struggling a little bit today. He's down in 4th place, but Bartholomew there on the 89 having a pretty good day so far.
And it looks as well that Ben really has learnt his lesson from Wigan. He's not employing the same tactics. He's decided he's got some clear air. He's going to go for Bartholomew here. He's got a genuine chance of winning the British Open Championship. He's got good space between himself and Walker, and Chinese Joe is down in 4th position. Nowhere to be seen if he looks back. Certainly he's not going to pay enough attention to look back far enough at this stage. And he's got Jack Bartholomew in the 89 on the run here, who's having a good run from pole position. Certainly it isn't easy to dominate a race from lights to flag nowadays. Certainly in the competitive world of Junior Max, you've got to really push it all the way to the end. And Ben Hingley really has got a good advantage here. We're starting to see a couple of mistakes creeping in now from Jack Bartholomew as he goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, Hingley gets much closer out of the final turn and comes through the chicane right on the back of Bartholomew here. Now, if you're watching the karting perhaps for the first time and thinking this is a sort of sport, as we see Hingley down the inside for the lead and takes the lead. So the 5-car Hingley through to the lead, Bartholomew down in 2nd. If you think this is a sort of sport for my children, I think that your kids will enjoy this sort of sport. Cumbria Kart Club here run a Let's Go karting scheme where you can come along, bring your kids along. They'll get kitted out with all the safety gear, a kart. They'll get 10 laps of the track, 1,010 metres, so over 10 kilometres of karting for a very small amount of money, just so you can come along and try it and see if your kids do enjoy it before you invest in a kart. If you want to do that, check out the Cumbria Kart Club site at www.cumbriakrc.co.uk. Look for the Let's Go Karting link and it will give you all the information you need to know. It's very cheap indeed. I think it's about £10 these days, and you get 10 laps of the track. It's like 10 kilometres. Try and get 10 kilometres at your local indoor circuit for that sort of money. Not going to happen. You can come along, try it out, see if you enjoy it before you invest in the equipment. It's a great day out for the kids anyway, a great evening out. Have a look at the website, check that scheme out, because I'm sure if you've got kids anything from sort of 8 years of age, bring them along. They've got cadet and junior karts as well. So get in touch with the club via the website and come along and have a go at karting.
You really shouldn't have told me about that. I've got 2 very feisty young daughters who are going to want to have a go at that the second they know that exists. So that's 20 quid gone out of my pocket anyway.
How old are your kids, Jake?
5 and 3. So they'll be badgering for that for a few years.
So when you said you were about to say teenagers then?
It nearly was. They certainly behave like it. Anyway, we've got a battle now going on between Bartholomew and Walker, because Bartholomew has fallen into the clutches of Jake Walker in the 83, and these two are now battling for 2nd place. Ben Hingley has definitely learnt his lesson from Three Sisters. He's off and away. He's definitely got British Open credentials now, because he's got a massive gap. Bartholomew, look at him, just guarding that inside line. Come on, Jake, you want to go for it? Oh, he really made a mistake there. Didn't get enough traction out of the corner, not enough speed, and Walker has caught him napping. Brilliant driving there from the 83 of Jake Walker, pushing his way through to 2nd.
He's in 2nd, he'll be hoping for something better, but I don't think he's going to get there. Hingley's got a big lead now. Walker, British Open champion for the last 2 seasons, trying to equal what Phil Smith has done in TCM Extreme, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's Hingley with the fastest lap at 56.34 and a comfortable lead for Hingley as he goes across the line. This is the last lap then, as the second and third place carts battle over second and third, but that's all they're going to be battling over, because the win is going to the 5 cart. He's going to be running the O plate for the rest of this season.
Indeed he is. He really has taken this bull by the horns and grabbed a British Open Championship out of this one, provided he sticks it on the island for the last lap. He's done a great job. He's put the demons from Three Sisters to rest. I say demons, he did finish 3rd place, but we gave him such a grilling for defending from lap 2 onwards. It's not exactly his fault. If that's his tactic, fair enough, but he's decided, no, I want this championship. I'm going to take it from the off, and look at the gap he's pulled out to Walker and Bartholomew. His dad, Bono Hingley, will be absolutely delighted with this one. A fantastic drive, exactly what he needed to do at the right time of his career. The British Open Championship of 2013 in Junior Max goes to Ben Hingley. Brilliant drive, fantastic performance. Walker is 2nd from Bartholomew, and Chinese Joe is 4th.
Ben, congratulations, British Open champion. That must make you very proud indeed.
Yeah, very. I mean, we've had a good weekend. Qualified 2nd overall, just on a countback really, because we got the exact same time as the pole setter. But yeah, it's just been a great weekend overall. Just like to thank Strawberry Racing, my mechanic Joe Riley, my mum, my dad, everyone that supports me through my racing. It's just an amazing feeling to be Open champion.
There's just one more British Open Championship to settle, and it's the Minimax race. And with this many carts on the grid, it's going to be quite a humdinger. Make sure you come back after the break.